guys, it's Devin from Adventures with the V's. Today I'm going to be talking to you about our most recent Arkansas trip, but not specifically the Arkansas trip. Today I'm going to talk to you about the place we camped, which was Blowing Springs RV Park. It's in Rogers, Arkansas, and it was not where we had originally planned to stay, but basically the place that we had stayed the last time, which was super primitive campground, no water, nothing, isn't open anymore for whatever reason. So ended up going to Blowing Springs and staying there. Blowing Springs is not as primitive. They have places for RVs with electric and probably Wi-Fi and all that jazz. But we ended up going to one of their more primitive spots, which still comes with a shower and is super cheap to stay at. Ended up having a really awesome campsite. In the past, I had heard that Blowing Springs was more of kind of like a party campground, and obviously we're going with family, so that's something we were a little bit concerned about. I'd also been told that it was basically just a huge chunk of concrete and was not really very campy. So basically when we went there, I kind of expected like a Walmart parking lot, but I was very pleasantly surprised. Drive over a creek multiple times just to get there. Ties right into the back 40, which is what we had originally planned to ride. However, we got rained out and did slaughter pin. I have a whole nother video on that, so I won't get into it. Yeah, the back 40 trails are right there. There's caves, there are ledges, tons of creeks, and places where you can have picnics or great big grill area, and basically it ended up awesome. We got there pretty late. There wasn't anyone watching the gate that night, but we still had no problem getting in, finding our spot, and setting up even in the dark. The only thing we had to do was I had to basically track down another camper to get the code to the bathroom, because the bathrooms for the toilets and the showers are like the showers. I had almost forgotten. So these showers are probably the best showers I've ever had ever. And I've stayed in some swanky hotels. Like, we're talking swanky. Like, they have heart-shaped beds that vibrate when you put quarters in it. Jacuzzi tubs, you know, like honeymoon suites. Real fancy. Never had a shower this good. Like, legitimately, the showers are good. So, anyways, it was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from the trailheads at Slaughter Pen, or at least All American, and it was nice and quiet. There was a pump track right there at the entrance of the park. Definitely a spot we're going to stay at again. So the actual Bentonville video is also on the channel. I'll link to it in the description. I'll also link to Blowing Springs website. They didn't pay me to do this. I had to pay for the campsite. I barely talked to anyone while I was there, but choice spot, very choice spot. So we will definitely be staying there again next time we go down there to ride. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys all have a good day. Alright, so this is the view of the creek that was about 50 foot from our truck and campsite. As you can see, it's a nice, pretty clear creek. It was running really well because of all the rain. All these campsites are really nice and wide open, but you're not super close to your neighbors. We did have to pick some rocks from the creek so that we could drive the truck on them and have it level, as the campgrounds are pretty sloped and our setup's kind of big compared to a typical tent. When you first come into the park, you hit the RV and camper area, or the less primitive camping that has the water and electric hookups. As you continue to drive to the back of the park, that's when you get to the more primitive setups like we were camping. And at the very back of the park is where all the caves and stuff that you're about to see are. There were several creeks that ran through there that all kind of joined up, all of which were pretty clean, pretty clear, and one of the things we really liked about the park was the fact that each one of the campsites had trash cans close, so there was not a lot of litter and debris and trash like we've seen in several other places we've stayed. This area is the area at the back of the park where there are several caves as well as multiple trails. I believe these are the trails that tie into the back 40. In addition to them in the caves, there is also a huge area back here where you could have a picnic or a gathering. There's a spot that has several grills that are all lined up together, probably totaling about 20 foot worth of grilling space. And this area was completely covered, so if it's rainy or something along those lines, you're at least somewhat protected. I wish we would have had a little more time to explore the caves and maybe actually crawl back in this big one, because it looked like it opened up into a larger cavernous area. We were kind of on a tight schedule though, as this was the day we were coming home and we had breakfast plans with Randy and Shelly. Pretty cool?
Yeah.
This cave's huge, huh?
Mhm. Look at this cave's nice. Get smaller.
They usually do.
I don't think I can fit in there.
Go.
I'm quite small, skinny and thin. It's even smaller. Down into the cave alone. It's creepy. It's kind of creepy, but these murder folks.
See anything?
No, just more rocks. Block my path.
Hey. Perfect. You're such big explorer.
Listen, Daddy. What?
I smacked my head.
Are you okay?
Physically, yes. Emotionally, I'm angry.
Dad, I'm gonna keep moving on then. Okay, slicky edge. Edge. This is a really thick edge. This is really thicker than I thought.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for tuning in. We have another one coming up of our adventure to Colquitt, Oklahoma for the Natural Falls State Park, as well as going over into Devil's Den in Arkansas. I have a few other ideas in the works, so I hope you guys click that subscribe button and give us a follow. Thank you.